Hey everyone, and welcome. If you've ever felt like artificial intelligence is this super complicated thing, maybe something out of a sci-fi movie, well, you've come to the right place. We're going to pull back the curtain and show you what it is, how it's already a part of your life, and why understanding it is just so important for all of us. Okay, let's get into it. All right, before we really dive in, we've got to get a couple of important things out of the way. This tutorial from Virtualization Options LLC is for general information. And just, keep in mind that everything we're talking about is current as of October 2025. The world of AI moves so fast. So this is a great starting point, but you've got to keep learning. And here's one more really crucial piece of advice. There's this thing called the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's basically a trap we can all fall into, where we learn just a little bit about something and suddenly feel like we're an expert. So let's agree to go into this with a ton of curiosity, knowing that this right here, this is just the first step on a way bigger and honestly a way more exciting journey. So, with that in mind, welcome to your journey. The whole point here is to build a real practical understanding of AI. Something that's actually useful, whether you're thinking about your job, your day-to-day life, or you just want to know what's going on in the world. So what is artificial intelligence really? Well, at its heart, it's all about building computer systems that can do things that usually need a human brain. Like making a decision, translating a language, or spotting a cat in a photo. The big idea is to give computers the ability to learn, mostly by finding patterns in just massive amounts of data. Now, I know a lot of us think of AI as something that's coming in the future, but the truly wild thing is how much it's already a part of our lives, usually in ways we don't even see. Let's take a look. So let me ask you, do you think you don't use AI? I'm willing to bet you've already used it a bunch of times today, probably without even realizing it. Just think about your smartphone. When you ask Siri or your Google Assistant a question, that's AI. It's understanding what you're saying. And when your camera app automatically finds a face to focus on, yep, that's AI too. Or how about your entertainment? You know that show Netflix recommended, or that YouTube video that just popped up? That wasn't a coincidence. That's an AI algorithm that has learned exactly what you like to watch. Even something as simple as your email is packed with AI. It's what's working behind the scenes, filtering out all that junk and spam. And it's what suggests those little quick replies like, thanks, or sounds good. And when you're trying to get somewhere with Google Maps or Waze, AI is the powerhouse, analyzing all the live traffic data to find you the absolute fastest way to get there. And of course, online shopping. Every single time a website says, hey, you might also like this, that's an AI making an educated guess about your style. So you see, it isn't science fiction at all. It's kind of like this invisible engine running a huge part of our digital world. But how does that engine actually work? Okay, so we've established AI is pretty much everywhere. But how does it do what it does? Let's pop the hood and look at the 3 basic building blocks that make it all happen. At its core, AI needs 3 things. First, you need data, and I mean tons and tons of it. This is what the AI learns from. Second, you need algorithms. A great way to think of an algorithm is like a recipe. It's a set of instructions that tells the computer how to learn from that data. And finally, you need computing power. This is the engine, the raw horsepower that churns through that data using that recipe. So now that we've got the basics down, let's pull out the map and see where we're going. Over our next few explainers, we're going to take a deep dive into 15 different chapters that cover the whole AI landscape. First up, we're going to build a solid foundation by looking at the core technology. This is the real nuts and bolts. We're talking about things like machine learning and deep learning. Then we'll get into the stuff you're hearing about all the time, like language models and generative AI. We'll even look at what happens when AI goes off the rails, something called hallucinations. After that, we'll see where the rubber meets the road with real-world impact. We'll explore how AI is totally changing business, shaking up education, and pushing the boundaries of science and research. And to wrap it all up, we are going to tackle the really big questions, the stuff this technology is forcing us all to think about. We'll look at everything from global competition to the serious challenges of surveillance. And we'll end the entire journey on maybe the most important topic of all, AI ethics, and our shared responsibility in all of this. So after that quick tour of everything we're going to cover, I want to bring it all back home. back to you. Because understanding AI isn't just for coders and data scientists anymore. Every single one of us has a part to play in this story. And to play that part well, there are two really important things to always keep in your back pocket. First, and this is probably the most important takeaway of all, AI is a tool. It's not magic. It is incredibly good at finding patterns, but it doesn't think, it doesn't feel, and it doesn't understand things the way we do. It's a powerful instrument for sure, but just like any tool, whether it does good or bad in the world, well, that comes down to how we decide to use it. And that brings me directly to the second key idea. Your critical thinking is absolutely essential. And AI can be wrong, and it can be wrong with incredible confidence. It can literally just make stuff up because it's just predicting the next word, not actually understanding the truth. So we have to question it. We have to verify it. Always treat what an AI gives you as a first draft, not the final answer. Because at the end of the day, the future of AI isn't written yet. It's not this thing that's just happening to us. It's being built right now by the choices we all make every day. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Now that you're starting on this path, how will you help shape it? Thanks for joining me.